Welcome back, friends. Continuing my spotlight on the heralds, we're taking a look at perhaps the most famous of them all, Norrin Radd, the Silver Surfer. When the insatiable cosmic being known as Galactus came to devour the peaceful planet of Zen-La, Norrin stepped up and offered to be his herald, to travel through space ahead of his new master, seeking out new worlds for him to consume in lieu of his own. Imbued with the power cosmic, the Surfer has helped Galactus consume countless inhabited planets. Debuting with Galactus in 1966's Fantastic Four issue 48, this is an enduring and awesome character, represented pretty well here. This is actually, it's just pretty much a repaint of the Walgreens one, but it's Marvel Legends. All these figures are repaints of each other. You know what I'm saying? It's like the Sunfire body mold, so you still have the visible pins, but this is a brand new head sculpt. It looks really nice. To differentiate it from the Walgreens release, it does have a different paint job. I think just objectively, it's a nicer, more like chromed out look on that one. I don't mind this look. I think maybe they chose this specific shade of paint so that it matches a little better with the Nova figure. Whatever that means, you know what I mean? It's gold, right? But if you have that figure or anything on the Sunfire body mold, you know what to expect. The paintwork is pretty clean all over the thing, because it's not just cast in a silver plastic. It's not all freakishly marbleized. Really nice musculature, nice clean look to the thing, peg holes on the bottoms of the feet. You know, you study the date on here, and it's like they don't say cast a new date. So you can take that back to the genesis of the body mold you're looking at, 2016. Would it be nice to have him on an updated pinless look? Absolutely it would. But as it stands, I don't think there's anything really wrong with this. Taking a closer look at the new here, it is this head. When you get this close, you can detect seam lines and stuff in there, but it's all painted pretty cleanly, the fine details. The major difference, I think, besides the color in the head sculpt here, is just these little like ear outlines. And this great big gapped out head for better range, I suppose, peg hole on the back. But how many times can we pan up and down a silver-painted nude guy? Bringing in the accessories, he, of course, comes with his cosmic surfboard. It is a part of him. It is hollow on the bottom. I think that's really stupid, man. Of all the places to cut corners and costs, that means you have him displayed. You can't really have him, like, surfing on his own, like, looking up at him on the ceiling, because you'll be looking up at the underside of a board. How lame. It's like that Marvel Universe helicarrier. The bottom is hollow. It's a freaking helicarrier. Skirt! Here are the Marvel Universe Surfers Silver. You can see the bottoms of the board. It's nice and flat. Nothing extra, but it's not like they created some freakish hollow in there either. So that it looks nice, just cruising by overhead. Falling down like a domino. Anyway, comes with 2 extra sets of hands. The splayed or wall-crawling hands that Spider-Man would normally get. Looking really nice, painted in that same silver, and all of the hands are hinged thusly. And then he comes with the swooping and diving hands here. Seen him before, painted in the same color. Then he comes with the power effect. This oldie but goodie here, the Power Cosmic Swirl. One purple one. I know, the original promo images he was shown with 2. But they since redid the promos with just the 1, so big whoop, you know what I mean? And then, like Nova, he also comes with this nice translucent base. Not only does this one also snap into the Devourer's hands, but you snap the board onto it right here. At any point, too, because it just grasps it. And it ports in there really firmly. 1 peg hole for the Surfer. So taking Galactus' left hand here, this thing has a little bit of flex, and you can cap it over just like this. But weirdly enough, it seems to fit better on the right hand, on the same hand that Nova's base fits on. How did we get there again? Yeah, just like that. So I guess really either way, you know. That's kind of nice that it will port onto either hand. I don't know why I'm just seeing that. As though he needs to be holding every herald in the palms of his hands. It's just weird, right? No, it's just a cool optional feature. Thank you guys very much. Peeping him on the board, you just slot one of the peg holes. Pick a hole, any hole. Give those legs a little bend. Sick! Checking out the articulation. Nothing new. How many times is a guy gonna say that? This fancy new head with a little extra clearance, I think, up here will look back this far, down this far, side to side, tilt. It is disc hinged, but I think they're mounting them a little higher so you still get good tilt, because that was the only thing I didn't like about that. Ball jointed shoulders coming up this far, rotating all the way around, and he does have these nice butterfly cuts being on that Sunfire body that gives you that extra coming in and out like such. Bicep cut will rotate all the way around, double jointed elbows, wrists that hinge in and back. Ab crunch coming forward this far, back this far, and a waist twist. Ball jointed thighs, they come all the way out to the side. And forward and back pretty far. Just mind those rock hard glutes. Upper thigh cuts, both sides, double jointed knees, coming back at you like so. You get a calf cut here, as well as that really nice unobstructed ankle coming back, coming forward, rocking side to side. Really nice. Really nice articulation. About the best you can get from a Marvel Legend. There's nothing wrong with this. Diaphragm cut, toe joints, you know what I'm saying, but this is great. Norrin Radd, the Silver Surfer and second tier unlock in the Haslab Galactus campaign. Stands about 6 3/8 of an inch tall. He looks like 6 1/4 on the camera, but that's where you are, and here's where I am. And here he is with his fellow former heralds, Morg and Nova. Canonically, he's supposed to be like an entire foot taller at 6'4", so he's actually just about right in a 1/12 scale. Do you see what I mean about his paint sort of matching her lack of paint a little better than I think the darker chromed out Walgreens one does? That looks like this. I just couldn't find him earlier. I haven't opened him yet. For me, just a bit of insight into me, it's more important that I get hold of them, that I get them here at the cheapest price I can, and you know, I'll get into them when I've got some time. True story, I was checking store after store after store, and I had all but given in to despair when I walked into one final Walgreens, straight to the toy aisle, wasn't there, and it went through my head. I thought, man, I'll never find it. Turned around, and it was at eye level on the shelf behind me. The only one I've ever seen. And of course, most of you guys know, but for those of you that don't, this guy was never, ever available online for anything approaching a reasonable price. Exclusives, what are you gonna do? We'll move on. Here he is next to Thor and the Human Torch. They have both served Galactus as well. And how about we tag in Reed? I gotta have a little more fantastic lovin'. Stepping out of his lane a little, here he is with the morbidly obese Mojo and Marvel Legends Pat Benatar. Finally, here's the 6-inch Silver Surfer next to the 7-inch Red Racer, McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Barry Allen Flash, and the Marvel Legends Morning Coffee Mostly Bucky Cap Deadpool. At the end of the day, this figure is awesome. It's the Silver Surfer. You want this, right? It's like the previous release. There was the darker one. This is not that. This is a traditional. With an updated head, updated body would be mad cool all day, but it is what it is, and what it is perfectly serviceable. There's not a lot wrong here. Pinless, not pinless. He looks nice. He articulates well. I love the accessories. I do think the silver on the Walgreens release is a little nicer. But that's mostly personal preference. I don't know what he's going for on the secondary yet, but either of the other ones are really expensive as well, so, you know. Pick your poison. Beauty of Marvel Legends, though, you could paint any character you like silver and call it good. As always, if you enjoyed this brief breakdown, go ahead and leave me a like. Subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends to subscribe to the channel. Let this video play through to the end also. It really helps my analytics. And if you want to see more, or at least one more, I've got a Morg video coming up here real soon. Thanks.